Hi! If you're new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Marisol. And if you're not new here, welcome back to my channel. And my name is still Marisol. This video is going to be quite different than what you've been used to in the last few months because it's not really such a mind shift change, even though I'm including some of it in the video because of the situation, but it's not like one of those structured videos that I've been, uploading in the last few months. It's really a life update. It's a big change my husband and I are making, and I wanted to share it with you. And as always, you will be hearing my bird in the background agreeing and laughing and everything. So I have my notes because I don't want to forget anything, okay? As I've told you in the past, my husband and I live in Miami. We've been living here forever. I particularly was born and raised here, and this is all I've known for my 51 years of life. And my husband moved from California roughly about 32 years ago. So this is home. But as I'm sure you're aware of, Miami is a very expensive place to live, especially buying a home, because the housing market is just ridiculously expensive, especially in the last couple of years. It's not going to happen here. We've been wanting to buy a home, and it's just not possible for it to happen in Miami. So we've been talking about this for a while, moving up north, and we finally decided on this. So my husband got a job up north where we're planning to move. It's 5 hours north of where we live now. It's a big change. And he got a job and he will be starting mid-June. I haven't looked, I've been looking around, but I haven't been too into looking because the most important thing was for him to get a job first because he's a nurse and there's plenty of hospitals, of course, and plenty of positions, but he needed to stay in the same company. All hospitals are owned by specific companies, and the company that owns his hospital has God knows how many hospitals, and he needs to stay with them because they paid for his bachelor's degree. So he has a commitment that he has to stay with them for 2 years, which is fine with him because he loves his job. It was important for him to look for a job first, and then once he got it, then I can look for a job in the town that we'll be moving to. And being a teacher, it's going to be quite easy. He found a job. He's leaving in mid-June. I'll be following him as soon as June is over. We'll be paying rent here for June. So I'll be staying another 2 weeks after. And then I'll be joining him. I am freaking out. This is a big change because my mom will be down here, my brother will be down here, and we'll be moving 5 hours north. So my sister lives about 2.5 hours from here, and I'll be moving about 4 hours from her, 5 hours from my mom. It's a big change, and we cannot believe this is happening. I mean, it's happening. It's real now. In the meantime, from now until he leaves, and then even after he leaves, we'll be decluttering, we'll be packing. In the midst of that, I'll be looking for a job. We will be home hunting in the area where we'll both have the job. So it's a lot. It's a lot to deal with. Changing where we live, changing the place where we live so far up north, changing jobs, and looking for a home. These are big changes in just one hit, So it's pretty hard, but we'll do it. That's the reason why I wanted to come here, to let you know that Of course, my channel will be taking somewhat of a hit in the sense that I won't be able to post as much, or at least not as big as a production as what I've been used to lately. I it'll take me hours to edit one video. That's not gonna be happening. I'll be making more quick videos, just like I'm doing now, sitting on my sofa. So that's gonna be what you're gonna be watching for the next few months until we get settled, of course, and then I'll get back into the groove of things. That's that. Once we're settled, I'll go back to my regularly scheduled program. So given that we've been in Miami forever, this change for us is scary, at the same time as exciting, but it's huge. It's huge because it's just so different than decisions we've had to make in the past. It's drastic because it's outside of our comfort zone. We have to do it. And with this, I'm telling you that it's never too late to make a change, no matter how big it is. It's never too late to write your next chapter. I'm 51, my husband's 61, and we never thought we would be in this situation where we would move so far from our home base, but we're doing it. We have to do it. I'm telling you, it's scary. When my husband called me, I was at work in the middle of class, and he told me that he got the job. Something inside was like, yes. But then at the same time, I was freaking out. I kind of froze because now I know this is real. This is actually happening. He already got the job. He agreed to it. He signed the paperwork. It's done. Okay, now I gotta talk to my principal, my assistant principal, my co-workers, and I'm sure I've mentioned before, I love my job. I love the staff. It's just this camaraderie that we have, but I have to do it. I can't let that hold me back, because it doesn't mean that I'm not gonna find the same thing wherever we're going. And the same thing goes with my husband. He loves his job. He loves the team he works with. He loves everything about it. But we cannot let those things stop us from our future, our dreams. We're just doing it. So I talked to my principal. I talked to everybody. I let them know. They understood. They know that it's impossible to buy a home here in Miami. I mean, it's possible, but I don't want to be living paycheck to paycheck. So one of the hard parts is over with. Sometimes growth means leaving familiarity, comfort, even family. But big changes can be uncomfortable, but they can open new doors to new opportunities that if you don't take them, you will never know. You will never know what's on the other side until you take that leap. No matter how scary, no matter how uncomfortable it feels, you just have to do it. You just have to do it. If you've been thinking of changing something in your life, or making a big change, or you're in the process of making this change, just do it. What's the worst that can happen? That's what my husband and I have talked about. The worst that can happen is that we don't like it over there. If we don't like it over there, we do the same thing we're doing now, but it's going to be easier because we know what we're getting into coming back to Miami. So what's the worst that can happen? And another thing is that you don't have to wait for the right time, because the right time most probably will never come. The right time is what aligns with your next level. That's the right time. So in order for you to get to step 2, you got to go through step 1. And if step 1 aligns with your step 2, you just got to do it. You just got to do it. Okay? So I hope this motivates someone. Guys, thank you so much for your support during this transition. You don't know how much I appreciate you. I barely know most of you, but if you've been following me all this time and watching my videos, I really appreciate you. And it would be so comforting if you continue to watch my videos for my updates, especially. I can feel like I'm not alone in this. I'm not alone. My husband supports me, my family supports me, but I would be so appreciative. Besides, if you're on the fence about your own change, your own big move, maybe this can be a motivation for you, which is what I hope it is. I'll be updating you on anything, maybe decluttering, maybe packing, maybe the home hunting process for us to buy a home. I would so much appreciate you. If you have your own big change to share, drop it in the comments. I would love to hear what you have planned for your future, or if you're even thinking about it, you haven't told anybody, but maybe if you write it down in the comments, now you're making it a little bit more real. And remember, guys, it's never too late. It is never too late to make any big changes or any small changes, okay? You're allowed to grow and you're allowed to change no matter what toes you step on, no matter whose feathers you ruffle, okay? So thank you very much for being here, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.